Okay, Panjo, make a name for yourself.
You got it, boss. Let's do this. Let's talk S-bends. Spanish style. No, everything seems alright here. No overheating, fan belt's okay, fluid's good, auto's okay. Electric fan hasn't even been on, didn't even cut in. So I always feel a bit bad working it that hard. But when you have the footage, I mean, you can always fix things, you know, but this footage is priceless. I mean, you never, you know, how often you're in these hills with weather like this, and an opportunity to be with Andy and just to drive. So people might say, well, you're pushing it, but it's not really going to damage anything. Okay, brake pads getting a bit of worn, and I'm risking the gearbox, to be fair, because I suppose it shouldn't be worked that hard. Although I tell you what, you'd probably do more damage pulling a caravan than what I just did. I forced it down a couple of clicks on some of the turns just to keep the revs in. It's not something I'd normally do, it's a bit of a one-off, and you can't take the car with you, so I can always fix it. And you got the entertainment. This is Mk3 Cortina City bringing you the hill climb.
Welcome back to another PC show. It's Cortina City for the final throw. And with Andy the lens packed and gone, the Gibraltar trip must go on. So sip up your booze and sit right back. Got your widescreens on and your mobile notifications under attack. It's Friday night's final road trip tip. There's Mk3 Cortinas jumping off the cliff. Chat to cameras in a Pete style riff. That maze yellow machine really chewed up the miles. Every angle caught in a city style. And with a weathered look in a scene shook up, gonna hit it again with a bit of luck. Pete at the controls like a 10-10 truck. Sideways, my son, go on, my son, go. Dodge the bullets, go on, my son. Dodge the bullets, fill the gullets with your burger chat. Tip your hat to the fans, the YouTubers, and his Patreons. Make it all possible. Go on, my son, go on.
Stepping out of shots of Mk3. What a great, this is perfect, absolutely perfect. I am buzzing here, folks. And imminent, here we go. that plane go. Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Whoa! Mk3 Cortina City towards the end of the trip. I've just dropped Andy off at Malaga Airport, it's just over there, but I've found a great little track. I've been travelling around the perimeter of the airport to try and get some aircraft action for you. I'd like to get Ruby underneath the flight path if I can, so I found this track here. Doesn't seem to be anything stopping me from driving on it, and it looks like it leads right to the end of the runway there, so hopefully we'll get some aeroplane action. And we are indeed on the approach, the runway. You can see these the signs there, the approach lights, masts in yellow. Someone's just had a crash. These two cars just crashed because Spanish people, no, that's not fair, they're not used to rain. The drivers aren't used to rain like we are. It's been very heavy, so the roads are very slippy. These two cars just collided, only light damage on the front of the car, but it blocked this entrance. What were the chances of that? They're moving away now after having swapped insurance details. That leaves the road open to PC. So yeah, I didn't mean to say Spanish can't drive. I'll leave that for you to say. Italy's probably worse. Anyway, road conditions are bad. There's puddles and there's basically half the town got swept away last night. I'm surprised we could even get to the airport. PC back in Ruby then, and then a gravel track here with no signs. It looks like they're building a new road. There's nobody around today, and I got Ruby's engine wet, which has gone on the spark plug, so we're coughing a bit here. It's a very busy little perimeter road. I'm going straight in. Come on, join me live. Andy's gone. Up we go. Is anyone going to stop us? Or we're going to be saying, you can't drive there? Well, we've only got to get one shot, then we can get out, so it doesn't really matter. So far, so good, folks, for the end of the runway. Can we do it? Can we get that exclusive Ruby aeroplane shot? I did just see a cyclist down here, so it's not off limits, at least to cyclists and pedestrians. Cars is another matter, but it looks like they're building a new perimeter road. I'm not surprised given the road I've just travelled on the perimeter. Shocking. Cortina City, continuing our research and fun times in Gibraltar. Andy has left us on the aeroplane. He's leaving on a jet plane. I don't know when he'll be back again. This is Pete C for something different today on the trip. This is a car show, a classic car show in Gibraltar at Europa Point, and we've got some interesting little things to point out when we're there, apart from the exciting cars we're going to be seeing. Just making sure I've got my passport. Got to go through border again. The rock's in front, you can't see it. But yeah, car show, and also something really unusual, something left field, something just out of the box, something you wouldn't expect. But in Gibraltar, there was a point, I think it was 84, when the border was shut and they couldn't get rid of scrap cars, so they decided to dump them over the edge of the rock, and they built something called the Gibraltar car chute. I believe the army built it. I didn't know anything about this. My contact in Gibraltar, Heath's, enlightened me on this very interesting bit of history. And indeed, Heath sent me a photo of a Mk3 Cortina going over the chute. So painful to see, and it's going to be still down there in the water somewhere, obviously dissolved, but the engine block will probably be there if they indeed kept the engine in it. It looks like from the photo that the engine is in it. Bonnet's off. I've looked into it briefly myself, and apparently it's to create a artificial reef. So I can only presume that they drained all the fluids and oils out of the cars, otherwise you're going to be polluting the sea, which wouldn't be very good. So yeah, that's it. We're going to go and go through the border and check it out. Let's see what happens. There doesn't seem to be any... Oh, we've entered the car park by mistake. I'll be right back. PC does his piece to camera and gets in the wrong lane and ends up in a car park on the edge of Gibraltar. So yeah, the car chute. Let's go and have a look at it. You can still get to where the gates are. Basically, it's some gates. How do I get out of here? It's some gates where they just dump the car over. Let's hope that driving straight in and straight out of the car park, Gibraltar exits. Oh no, that's pedestrians. Oh my god, how the hell do you get out of here? I don't know how this works. I think it's here. Yeah, this is it. Okay, no big deal. We basically drove straight through a car park. Just those pedestrians to... Whoa! It's just let me straight out. Okay, window back up. Well, we might need that for customs. Yeah, so car chute, we're going to go and have a look at that. They dumped cars in the 80s over the edge of the rock, apparently to make an artificial reef. So that's really interesting, and the great thing is there's a picture of a Mk3 Cortina. Talking about the rock, you kind of homogenize when you go up there on a tourist capacity, you know. Wow, I've completely screwed this. Can't even get to the border line. I have to go back round. I don't think it can be done. I've completely screwed it up here. No, I have to go back round. I don't think you can do it unless you're really naughty and you cross the pavement. But no, this ain't happening, folks. You can see. Learning not to talk to camera when you... Now you could argue, there you go, the camera's distracting you driving. Backseat drivers are going to love it. They're going to love it. Look what you're doing. Rock behind us coming into your view, probably. So yeah, you're homogenized. You're a fly in a Venus flytrap. You are just part of a tourist thing when they take you up to the top of the rock. So it makes me quite anxious to be a tourist. I don't know how you feel about this, when you're huddled and shuffled and bustled and kettled and you know, you're in the tourist trap. You got the cafe, you got the souvenirs, you got the Barbary ape cuddly toy, you got the fridge magnet, you've got the children, you've got the dawdlers that look around us. Just all of it is just too much for me. The cable cars, nice to go in, but again, you're kettled, huddled, squashed, scrimped, whatever you want to call it, whatever word you want to make up. And I can't do that. That's why I want to drive up in the car. So we're going to have a go as well. Another exciting thing, we're going to have a try and blag our way up with I haven't got a residency yet, so we're going to try and blag our way up with someone else's. You need Gibraltar plates to get to the top of the rock. They won't let you up in a foreign vehicle. Alright? So we're going to try that. So we've got the car chute, the car show. We're going to try and drive up the rock, which is what I tried to do on the recce trip and failed. What me and Andy tried to did and failed. Let's get this lane right now. Right, let's get the lane right. No parking place, no parking car parks. So yeah, there's three interesting things there. Straight on. It's no queues, so we're good. We're absolutely queue free. Right, so you do go for the parking, but you just don't go through the gate. Okay, let's try again. Make sure I'm not talking to myself. No, I'm not talking to myself. Smell the glove. It's just a blank cover. These go to 11. Why don't you just make 10 the high number and have that as the loudest? These go to 11. So we'll try again. Yeah. What's your thoughts on the tourism aspect? You just become a unit, a commodity. They try and get you in these trucks, these minibuses, and take you up there. There's actual fights. I witnessed a fight at the cable car queue where the minibus people try and poach the cable car goers. And no, don't be waiting an hour and a half for the cable car when you can come up with us for €50. What a rip-off! And they tear arse around like lunatics in those vehicles, and then you get all the usual stuff. So let's go through. Looking very clear. The fastest ever. Okay. Oh, gone in the wrong lane. I needed the lane with the window on that side. Now I've got to lean across. Why didn't you go in that queue where you could put your passport out of out of that window instead of that window? That's why they did it, for left and right hand drive. Woo! Okay, window is coming down for Gibraltar customs then. A proper passport. Right, we need to despeculate. All I want us. Let's just hope I check out. British police ahead. Stamp goes down. Muchas. I need it again.
Morning.
Hello, good morning. You okay?
Ford Cortina.
Ford Cortina 1972.
I don't remember it being so low.
No, I've lowered it. You're right.
You've lowered it.
Good memory.
Wow.
Yeah, good memory. It's an inch lower just for hugging the motorways.
Wow. Awesome, man.
I heard that they threw a Cortina off the cliff down the car chute, so I'm going to have a look at it.
Oh, no way.
In the 80s, they dumped the cars over the rock into
that's
the.
right. That's
you
right.
heard that?
Yeah,
I didn't know.
Yeah,
But the Mk3 Cortina went over.
No way.
Yeah, so
nice
I'm gonna have to get a diving crew and see if we can find it.
Oh, wow.
See you.
Right, mate.
Bye.
Have a
Bye.
nice one.
Pizza goes in the nothing to declare lane. Here come the customs, these are the hard boys. That guy's got shades on, he means business. He looks like a badass in a boiler suit. Whoa, that customs guy. Here come the bikes. Like flies, like ants on an anthill. They're all over me. Woo! Classic scooter there. Like ants on an anthill. These bikes then, and if we look in a helicopter overhead, they'd be like cattle, but cattle on bikes. windows go up. That was a friendly customs guy. Now it's time to go up to Europa Point where the car show is going to be and meet our contact Heath. Unusually, I will keep the camera pointing this way. You've got plenty of front out footage which I can intersperse with this clip if you want. That's straight through customs, no problems. And now, where you used to go under the runway, over the runway, they've built a tunnel. You now go under the runway. I can see on the runway a clearage truck, so there could be a flight coming in. If I recall, there are flights on a Sunday. Gotta check the camera again. Yeah, we're still running. Illegally filmed going through customs, so any customs officers out there watching, lo siento. Mk3 Cortina City, and this is the grubby side of Gib. Gib's car breaker centre. Look at that. Stacked up with washing machines, knackered old boilers, and lots of cars in the background. Can you ID any of those? I think I can see a Kia there on top. All on G plates, G for Gib. So you got your cars, you got your metals. We're in the mucky back streets of Gib, looking for somewhere to buy some cleaning products. That's what we want, is cleaning products, and we're meeting Heath, our contact in Gib. It's like a James Bond film, this one. Heath, our contact in Gib. It's definitely a little James Bond connection. Another entrance to the yard, perhaps. Metal Rock. Appropriately named Metal Rock. Oh yeah, tons of scrap. We love a bit of scrap. Compressors, air conditioning units, refrigerators, stoves, ovens. I wonder if any of the monkeys come down for a bit of a forage. Well, they're apes actually, Barbary apes. They live just up there. That's where me and Andy was the other day. Okay, so there we have it. Gibraltar's back streets. Tell you what folks, I'm just doing another little bit of a tour of Gibraltar. I've been stuck behind this Whopper bus for about half an hour. The Burger King Whopper bus is in front. Woo! Go on my son! Hey, you're laughing chops around that bus there, Chris. It's the Whopper bus in Gibraltar. There goes the Whopper bus. Nice, I like them.
That's a blast from the past, huh?
Oh, it's 1972, blast from the past. I thought I'd just have a little trip to Gibraltar and get some photos and that. I'm a bit lost, but I'll find my way around.
It's not that far. You can't really get
Where
much.
you heading for?
Europa Point.
Right, okay.
Let's stop reversing that.
Is it that way?
Yeah, you can go that way, but it's a bit complicated, yeah? The easiest way. That way's the best way. It's, because I've got a one-way system there now.
There's one way, yeah.
Yeah, your best is to go back down here.
Yeah.
Reverse back up, I'll see you so you can come back. Down here. And that will take you...
I got there and turned back.
No, there and go there. That'll take you through a series of tunnels, yeah?
Right. An original old school boozer called the Wembley. It's been, how long's it been here since?
30 years.
30 years. It's been proper old school. Tanks there, your booze. Look at these nice benches. It's great. If you're in Gibraltar, get down the Wembley bar and they'll look after you. Thanks everybody.
Okay, I'll see you back, yeah?
Yeah. the Wembley bar, folks. I've just had a swift one there. And drunk as a lord, drunk at the wheel. It's that fucking burger bus again. They are, Chris. A Whopper never tastes so good. Never tasted so good. Available in Casemate Square. Whopper never tasted so good.
Thank you. That'll help a lot.
Yeah, you are. That's very kind. Chris? 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 tell you what, just because you're in a classic car, people think you're going to be going dead slow, so instantly they wear your bumper for a moustache. It's getting a bit warm actually. Weather's good for November. 21 degrees. We've had that heavy rain. Now, you've seen throughout this video the rainstorms me and Andy negotiated. Real heavy. At one point we did slightly feel the water under the tyres. Good job we got those brand new Uniroyal Rainmasters fitted. They helped. Did feel the car slightly move a little bit under the water. Slight aquaplaning. Not bad. But yeah, 21 degrees. Very pleasant. And see why you can still have a car show here in November. So there's a bit of one-way traffic here. I'm going up the what would it be, the oh, I think it's the northern side of the rock. No, the southern side of the rock actually. Could do with a coffee. Here's the first garage we looked at, just coming past, with a motorbike stuck out of the wall. I think it was a motorcycle club at one point. Someone going in there. Ooh. The tunnel will be coming up. This is a bit of a Monaco tunnel. People walking through the tunnels. Ruby's exhaust notes slightly different because it's stainless. Ventina G's. Oh, I tell you what, you could lose it on these corners if you weren't careful. Very easily. It's very wet and slippy. Right, we're at Europa Point. We'll be going past the car chutes shortly. I only learned of this post the last trip. I got a notification when coming in, it's rate price on my phone. A little bit of a rubbish yard there. So somewhere coming up, and I'll spin you round so we can see it. Don't worry, it's not all going to be rear facing camera work. It's one of these little gates, not that one. Not very high cliff that are going to be dumping them off, I must admit, unless we climb again. We'll jump straight to the chute now. It's enough of me blabbering on. See you in a sec. Okay folks, so I have pulled up to what was the old gates of the chute, and here it is. You can just see a little rusty metal. We're going to shove the camera over the edge and have a look. Ruby is lined up as though we were going over the chute. Of course, we ain't going to be no artificial reef today. Folks, we're going to get some wind noise now. It's very windy today. I apologise for that. So as the camera goes over and you get a look down the chute, you'll be blitzed by wind noise, okay? So just bear that in mind. There's nothing I can do. You're going to see the chute. It is still here. I'm going to get on the wall, but look! See the ramps there? Wow! This is it! And thanks to Heath, we've got a picture of a Mk3 going over there. It's coming up on the screen now. Look at this, sacrilege. Of course, ready to go over the ramp if we knock a few blocks down. No chance. She's too good to me. So wow, let's go and see some classic cars. Cheers. Yeah, they're longer than I remember. So this one is, oh yeah, this one's left. So where was it manufactured, this? Finland. Finland for this one. Saab 900 turbo, folks. And I was just saying to the owner, David, this section's longer than what I can recall when I've looked at Saabs before. I've got for this car all the workshop manuals, so I'm going to arrange something with David, the owner. I'm going to send him all the manuals. I got them. One of my videos we did a garage clear, and it was Kenneth Falter who had the manuals for this. So great, I found a person to give those books to. They've been in my workshop for a while. I couldn't chuck them away. So this Saab 900 gets, I get the owner to give him again these proper factory Saab workshop manuals. I'm going to be going to this owner, so that's good. It's one of the first classics to turn up. Might be the only one. I don't know how this works, but there is a meet at the cafe here for the car club. It is 9:45. Other classics may be turning up. I don't know how it works. Heath's just there. Ruby Park's there. We go and have coffee and see what happens. But the car shoot then, yeah, how interesting was that? Is this a classic? No, it's a cement mixer. Nope. Could be one for Chris, perhaps. I don't know. Does it tickle your fancy, Chris? Long bonnet as well. Yeah, to measure that.
Well, there's I've got the straps on this side. I need to come through this side.
That's what you call a grill. Nice.
No, it's on your, can you pull it through that side? I'm sorry, I didn't realise. Can you get to it? Oh, there's a middle one as well. I was talking about that. There you go. Right, okay.
Wow, it's a beast. Look at that. It's like a P5 would be with the low down roof. The coupe P5 had a low roof line
so
like
she
this.
does exist. Yeah. I haven't got the cheese with me, I'm afraid, so I can't open. I think I've locked it. But oh, I'm getting it sorted. I mean, it's just kind of.
You've got the red cap.
But yeah, that all needs repair. Yeah, it needs literally. It needs the windscreen taking, the rear windows taking out, and completely replacing. Right. If you don't mind. We won't worry about the straps and just put it over, and I'll hide the straps underneath. I think what the box sorry. Oh yes, yes. This is the best investment I ever made in my.
Folks, the cars are rolling up. Look at this one. For your fast forwards. My eyes are drawn to the gangster Merc. One for Chris, one for Thomas, one for Simone. 300D. There's some money on the Porsche. And my favourite so far is the Jag. There's a Sweeney Mobile. Another Rover. Oh, they've all turned up. Now I had one of these, but I had this XJR. I was supercharged. This will bring back memories. Oatmeal interior with the gateway shifter. Yep, this is the exact car I had. XJR powerhouse machine, instant torque, rocket ships. Off-road, rocket ship. TR6. I always think the wheels on TR6 look too big for the car, but still a nice little nippy machine for going around touring in. Rover fans on the 600, an Alan Partridge machine. Another Rover on the 820, longer body, squarer. You know, Pete does not do car reviews. I just walk around and have a look and let you give me the info on them all. I don't know anything. I don't know anything. This is a beast, though. This is a beast. Wide, ruby red interior. Beautiful dash. Is it a radio and Beale radio? They always are, aren't they? They always are. I remember twin fuel. Yeah, it's twin fuel tank. Mark 10 Jag, big machine. I remember these in the scrapyards. I do. Even early 80s, mid 80s, when we were foraging around as kids, you'd see these rotted out in the scrapyard. A car as beautiful as that. I remember sitting in these in the scrapyards. Not many Mark 10 Jags. I don't think I've actually ever seen at a show a Mark 10. XJS, I also had one of these. This is the later model. They smoked out the lenses, and I think obviously this is convertible, but I think they changed the buttresses at the back. And here's a little bit of PC car info. I think, if I'm right, the buttresses were because originally the engine was going to be in the back. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. For the XJS. Saab you've seen, but these are nice cruisers as well. A little bit of a cockpit situation. You're really nestled in tight with these cars. And I have owned one. I owned a HE high efficiency V12 Jag XJS. So this is the car meet. They're all going for breakfast now. Here's the Merc. Gangster machine, nice. Next to another Rover, of course you saw that. All Gibraltar plated. Look at that. Yours, 4K.
Well, it's hard to get.
So, a car meet then. Wow, I've come on at the right time for a car meet. Car meet at Europa Point in Gibraltar. We'll go get a coffee. Let's get back on and do something else now. I don't know what. We've got another job on the list to do, PC. I'm being treated to a very nice breakfast here, folks. If you're hungry, you're going to feel even more hungry. Just look at the size of this. You're not going to believe what PC's eating. It's huge. Help me.
Seriously. And Friday was the main holiday, which I forgot. We ate all the crispy bread and all the biscuits in the house.
Hey? We're heading out now to see David's garage and then to see Christian's garage. So there's bonus material in this film, folks, that I didn't expect. So we get to visit. Very nice invitations from David and Christian. There she goes. She's off. She's off. On the road we go. Let's go and see some more cars, some more garages. This is good fun in Gibraltar. Okay, David, fire her up. A 96, I think. She's off. Sounds throwy. Stainless steel exhaust. Stainless steel exhaust. David's very happy in his Saab. We're all going to meet up first at... This is David. We're going to David's garage. Off he goes. Our resident lawyer. Our resident barrister is off. Happy as anything in his Saab. 900 Turbo. We have David's collection of motorbikes here in Gibraltar.
In Gibraltar, to have a place to work on the cars and bikes.
If you know your bikes, folks, you might see some rarities here. So David's brought this bike here, this XT in '78 was purchased. And was this the bike? Yes, I think that's it there. There's David on one of his road trips. So he's documented his road trips. And we've got the rally plaque there. Some of, I can see a Porsche there on that photograph, Dave.
Yeah, that was my 911 Targa. And the Triumph Spitfire.
It's a Targa 911, so 70s Targa 911. Big money. I do like these historic So just feast your eyes on this. And then we've got a New Zealand road trip map here. It's giving me some ideas, this, folks. PC controls Cortina City, but look, New Zealand, and marked in red are the routes that were taken on this trip. And there's the American map. So Wyoming, Montana, all kind of dreamy places. So interesting to be privileged to see this collection. There's more as well. We're just doing the bikes now. Some great little sort of montages of stuff there. Really enjoyable. Great. A great little little man cave. We like it.
It's about 800 kilometers of desert. Bit high desert, 2,000 meters high. Yeah. And that's the area, is it area 51?
Yeah, that's it. And
that's it there.
As close as you can get. Yeah, there's a UFO cafe near there somewhere.
Yeah, not a lot
like a visitor cafe, all alien themed.
Yeah.
Devil's Tower, of course we know that from the film Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Devil's Tower, that's a place I've always wanted to visit. Devil's Tower. If I was going to go to America on a road trip, I'd be heading that way, I think, myself.
And that's the border between Nevada and Alberta.
Great. These are good memories, David.
Yeah. I
like it. I think I'm going to, if you've given me inspiration to make my own sort of montage here with a map on. I think me and Andy, my friend, came down through Spain last week, and we're going to do a map like that, I think, with some pictures. It's going to be...
It's good to remember.
Yes, really great. I do like the picture of you on that bike. It's a good angle as well, the shot. Did your friend take the photo? This one?
In fact, yeah, he's a friend, but he's, I think he's a semi-professional.
Yeah, because not everyone would think to bring the camera down low to get that composition, and it's a sort of what you'd call a 3/4 composition. It's well done, and it's this bike, bought brand new, as I said, in '78. So you must get what days when you just want to get back on the bike and just...
I do.
Yeah, well, you actually do. Right. There you go. Whoa, okay. Good stuff. That's what we like. Very good. Some good memories up on the wall then. What's this picture interests me here? So this...
TR3.
Okay, that's a rare car anyway.
Yeah.
And we have a lady sat in it.
Yeah, that's my wife's mother.
Okay, that's the mother-in-law.
And my wife is in the back seat there, just a little kid.
Okay.
Is that still here, the casa?
No. I don't know what happened to that car. I didn't went to England because it was a lot of stuff, across different models.
They are nice wheels, and it's actually a futuristic front for that time. The styling of that, with the way that the grille comes down, it's just like a futuristic look.
Yeah, because the cars were so square before that.
That's what I mean. Yeah, and like the Mallard was like a groundbreaker in train designs.
But my Austin 8, I discovered recently, was designed by an Italian, even though it was an Austin.
Okay.
Find them here and there.
Yeah, that's right. Stag Owners Club. Yeah, that's a nice one, isn't it, with the Viking?
Yeah, that's a Rover.
2, 3, 4. There's some collection there. That looks like a Chevrolet Impala with a nice lady in front.
I just looked at the lady, I forgot to look behind.
I think we're all going to agree on that one. Can't go wrong there, really. Folks, for some of the computer buffs out there, just look at what we have found. This is probably looks like an 85, 86 IBM mainframe stack system with the UPS. It's got the UPS power supplies. It's got the UPS power supplies. Can't believe it. So it's basically paralleled up. So you've got 1, 2, 3. It's a 6. It's a 4 plus 2 slim lines. I don't know if they're the UPSs. They might be. No, they're not. That's a rare sight. Air cooled, of course. Big fans. These things get hot. I'm going to guess at 86 on those, but let me know. So that's a 9335 IBM. Check that out, folks. That's rare. It just keeps getting better. You got the IBM mainframes. Possibly right. I'm not messing. These could be fridge cooled, but we'll find out later on the IBMs. Whoa, the carriage lift, up and over, and Austin, looking very clean. Look at this beauty.
And now I live when you go up the way, that's so useful.
I'm going to feast your eyes on this.
Amazing condition.
Now this would suit going around the little narrow roads of Gibraltar, liking the turquoise trim, sort of teal coloured dash, nice. Look at that for a bumper. And then this little fun thing, I think this is the little baby Renault thing, wasn't it? Single seat. Yeah, it is. That's a bit of fun, this car.
Yeah, we use this all the time. We've had it for about 7 years.
Yeah, Twizy, that's it. Now, this is the first never stood next to a Twizy. I heard about them, I've seen them whizzing around London. I've never actually... What happened with the Twizy? Was it a success? Did something go wrong? Because they seem to just sort of disappeared.
I don't know. I think it was like an introduction by Renault, is it?
It's Renault,
to electric cars.
Yeah.
And then they went on to bigger things. This is a two-seater, but
oh yeah, it's tandem, yeah.
Really quite difficult to get into the back seat.
This has got to be fun to drive. Yeah. This must be so much fun to drive.
We bought it, but we've had it 7 years.
Folks, classic cars in there, motorbikes in there. We're in an industrial estate in Gibraltar, and Pete C is holding a hard disc platter out of an early 90s or very late 80s IBM mainframe. Come on and have a look. You don't often see these every day. So, hard disk. That's probably, you probably got more storage capacity on a Nokia Snake phone than on this entire disk platter. But I've just been looking at one that's in bits. This is an IBM 9335 A01. So get googling that, folks. 9335 B01, so obviously A and B. So that's a B setup, that's an A setup. I don't know if that's the power supply. I think that is a power supply backup. And these are the hard drive platters. And as I said, your Nokia Snake phone probably hold 10 times whatever that could. This might only be a few megabytes on there, but that's the hard disk surface, and it's fitted on such a well-engineered platter that so that the head doesn't strike the disc. That the engineering I've just been looking at, should have really shown you, but the motors and everything, all the gearing to spin this is like high precision stuff, and it's all scrap. But if I had room, I'd be taking this, but I ain't going to fit in the boot of a Cortina, so we're going to have to move on. But an IBM mainframe, not just one, but there's 3 of the beasts. Just look at these behemoths. See you in a sec. Okay. Sorry, I wasn't filming then. Sorry, I just filmed it and I wasn't filming. So it's a 9335 unit. It's government set up, that's why it's high spec. I was thinking those rubber tubes might have been cooling things, but it's gone beyond valve, so it's not cooled except by fans. Anyone get a date on this for me? And it's in Gibraltar, so if you ask me, can you get it for you? I can't unless you're in Gib. Bye. So some rare footage of the docks at Gibraltar. There's a dry dock there, originally owned by Camel Led, that one, they've sold it on, but a bit of industry going on for you in Gibraltar here. The rarer side, you don't see this on the tourist videos of Gibraltar. I went to the Rock and bought a hanging monkey. What did Pete C do? We went around looking at old scrap yards, a collection of motorbikes, Saab 900 Turbo, some IBM mainframes, Ruby herself, Pete C mixing up at the city. I keep getting drawn back towards the mainframe simply because I'd like to strip the hard disk drives down and frame the platters, you know, just as a bit of objet d'art. Mk3 Cortina sitting in Gibraltar, and from the motorbikes, the mainframes and everything else, we're at an Art Deco looking garage now, and in fact the whole building is Art Deco looking. I think it's not original deco, it would be too early for that, for it to be deco. Sorry, too late for it to be deco. But we're at Francis Garage. Hold on, let me get my glasses here, camera. I'll keep you rolling. Literally, as I've not put it in park. Ruby is now in park, handbrake is now on. Out we get then, even the colour is deco. Out we get. I'm going to keep you live this time. I'm not going to switch off. There's some features here for deco lovers. Let me just turn around and get myself composed. I'm on a backup battery pack, there it is. So let's look at the front first and see what we've got. Look at that. I look like something out of Cuba or Miami, do you not think? Let me know in the comment section if you think Pete C's saying this looks Cuban or Miami-ish in a deco way. Look at that. Couldn't you just imagine a chainsaw wielding cocaine dealer deal going down and Tony Montana doing something in there? It looks like it's a South Beach, Miami, that. Okay, so look at that General Motors sign and look at the font. Now I don't know what font that is, but it's a deco font for sure. This looks like it's packed with history. I mean, I've been driving around Gibraltar for the last few days and not taken this side street. It just goes to show what's hidden away. Look at that. Let's see what's inside. Straight away there's the Jag parked up that we just saw, the X10, and then in we go. Deco tile flooring straight away. Wow, we've got a roller, we got a roller, we got a roller, there's the taxi, there's the taxi. Christian was telling me about the taxi, but it's a shadow, isn't it? A shadow? No, it's not a shadow. Roller gonna kill. It's a traction van. Christian was also telling me about this, my dream car. Wow. Oh my god, look at that. Never seen one in real life. You may know this from the Athena poster. Okay. 80s Athena poster. Traction Avant in a forest with all leaves over it. Wow. And then look up the top there, that signage. I mean, we're going to get a guided tour, I hope. I've just walked in without checking. Seen a sec. Ever seen an Austin Cambridge but with a diesel engine in it? Well, this is it. Under license, made in Spain. Austin Cambridge left-hand drive diesel. I mean, I didn't even know he made this type. It's a beast. It's a beast if you like your Austins. And Bedford dealership original signage, because this was a Bedford dealership. This is history. It's a time capsule. Yeah. Deco tiles. Look at that. It's almost you'd see on the metro or the underground, that kind of thing. Now this, we were talking about this Citroen, very similar to a sort of Model T Ford type setup. Look at that. A deco clock I can spot there. An old till. Look at this till. The floor continues, deco floor continues. Look at that. Now in theory, these are the tills that make the ka-ching sound. If you get the cash drawer to open, it'll do the ka-ching. Beautiful piece. Beautiful piece. Sort of logoed up oil cans to match the font of the garage. Okay. A deco clock right in the middle. Is it a meter mech or is it a Smith's? Don't know. Could be a meter mech. Oh, there's an echo radio. It looks like an echo valve 56, I think. Range. Can't tell. Is it an echo? You'll have to tell me. I'll put the camera up to it. Might be the one with the green valve in the middle. Radio lovers, let me know. And then there's that clock. Nice. Whoops. Whoa. Wow. It's not just cars. It's just little segments. But this is a real ka-ching till.
Yeah.
Does it still go ding?
I have to put it with what on it was sold.
It's beautiful. That arrow there. Now something moves behind that, but I can't remember what it is. They're great those. I've been trying to get hold of one of them for a while.
Well, it's 25 years ago, huh? Now it's gone up.
Ever seen inside a traction Avant? Well, now you have. It's a beautiful piece of engineering. Iconic vehicle. And the Rolls-Royce, heck, it's nice. I love that silver.
It's left-hand drive as well. That's 6.7 litre.
That could go for weddings, couldn't it?
Attention. Probably.
You're gone. You're over on one side.
Yeah.
Lambretta, nice. What's this bike? Oh, Suzuki.
Suzuki.
I don't know me bikes, but I can appreciate them. Not a biker, but I can appreciate them. Just been to see David's bike collection there and his automobile stuff. I do like the televisions. Big old telly fan.
Cathedral.
This looks like could be Vulcan pilots signing
over the
Lincolnshire Cathedral, I think.
Yeah, that's a Lincoln.
It looks like Lincoln Cathedral to me. Now XH.
And it's signed by the
pilots.
By the pilots.
That could be. Well, I know. I've studied the Vulcan. People on the channel know this. Is that Bill? It is Bill. Now, what's the story behind that? I do think a Vulcan landed at Gib. I've got the cockpit front instruments out of the Vulcan.
Right.
All of them. I bought the front of the Vulcan when they smashed it up in Blackpool. So all the instrumentation and dials I've got like in. So that's very interesting. I would have to get a close-up shot of that. I'll be right back. Someone's going to be ripping into me for getting the Rolls-Royce, calling it a Silver Shadow, just because it's silver, and Pete doesn't know anything about cars other than Cortinas. We're going to establish exactly what this Rolls-Royce is. Bauer Millet then, Manchester. That's near me. Oh no, is it Manchester? Bauer Millet for your Rolls-Royce. Left-hand drive. Keys in, ready to go. Yours for £4,000. Going once, going twice. Sold for £4,000. The Rolls.
Yeah,
It's Manchester.
Mira, I've got here.
Okay, mira.
Excuse.
Used to be the Guinness car.
Ex-Guinness car, owners and handbook literature for a left-hand drive Silver Wraith. Okay, Silver Wraith 2. Okay.
Let's see the piece plug for you.
Silver Wraith 2. It's a beautiful piece of kit. Okay, ever want to sell, let me know. Everything's, all the documents are there. This comes with a full
1979, that's it.
79, yeah. Comes with all documentation, a 1 year or full off-road warranty from the garage. And you're I'll give him a card.
Yeah.
I've got a card here.
Basically, said Scorpio and rebuilt in this car.
No, a soda blast. Soda, spray it like sand. Folks, we leave Gibraltar now after those brief encounters in the classic car garages. David's set up and Christian's set up there, and of course the car ramp, the car chute. Would you ever believe it? Car chute. Let's dump them cars across. Wow! And the classic car gathering there. Great fun. A little bit of a drive back for you now with Pete C at the controls. Passport at the ready. We're going back just over Europa Point. Car chute's coming up to my right, and here it is. It's right there. You'll just see it out the back window. We filmed it, of course. So this road just takes us round the south side of the rock. So yeah, I was saying about the tourists feeling very sort of like a lemming, you know, when you get to the top of the rock you go in those cable cars and you've got to do what the tour guide says and all that. I just like to make my own way to places.
Human League talks to us from Berlin. Classics Nouveau. Adam Ant talking to Molly from London. Duran plus heaps more. And now let us begin with Classics Nouveau and Never Again.
Pete C on the 6th of November 2024, and this clip brings our super duper road trip to an end. Sometimes on my videos I forget to do the little final closing section and it ends abruptly and people go, is that it? So we're going to end nicely and just bring you slowly down to earth, just like those Malaga aeroplanes we saw earlier on. Parked up by the seaside, right by the coast here, just out of Gibraltar, and I'm about to go. I found a little nature trail here. It's about a 10-kilometer run. I just checked it on Google Maps and I can do a 5 out and a 5 return, get back to the car, get a nice 10k in on my running regime, which keeps me fit, and it helps. The fitness helps with long distance driving, would you believe, and just general endurance and stuff. It does help. It's good for the mind as well. I think we mentioned that. there's a good connection between physical fitness or exercise and your state of mental health. It does help. It's not a fix-all, but it's certainly a step, excuse the pun, in the right direction. So if you ever feel you're curious about getting into walking, outdoors, running, just the gym or any exercise, do it. It really does help. And watch your food, drink plenty of water. Just watch out for any processed foods. They're not the best. Try and eat raw ingredients if you can. It does help, it really does. Anyway, what we're going to do, I'll go out, do the run now, then I'm going to try and park the car when I get back a little bit closer to the water's edge and try and get a bit of seaside sounds to soothe us to the end of the film, and then we'll do a conclusion of some of the key points, a sort of summary, an epilogue if you will, of the key points of the trip. It's been great. I've been away for 2 weeks now. I'm not tired or anything like that. I've enjoyed it. The car's performed great. It's 3,000 miles I've put on it since we left, and I'm going to address all those things in for you. It's seconds away. For me it's about an hour to go and blitz this run. I'm going to just pace this one. I did a 10 here 2 days ago. I'm trying to get 30 in this week, so I'm just going to pace this one out evenly. There's no need for me to rush and try and break any records today. I'm well ahead of the game, so just cruise. It's the best way to do it. Just cruise. We'll see you in seconds. Right, let's have that chat to camera, come on. Well, what better place to do our final chat to camera than the beach here. You just saw us stand on the beach there, nice, refreshing, cool down after the run. So the run went okay. I don't know the time on that run. I wonder if it tells me on here. I don't actually know if it does. But it's probably about 52 minutes, 55 minutes for the 10k. I was going to take it easy, but it's the same as when I do cars. You think you're not going to do something concourse and you end up taking it all to bits. You say to yourself, I'll just do a nice slow run, and you end up, oh no, I could be on for a time. I could be beating a time, so you don't. I've pulled as close as I can get to the beach here. It's a nice little drive down a ramp. So this is just the gateway. This is the Gibraltar Straits here, almost anyway. And see, it's not that cold. It's not that cold. So yeah, the trip highlights. I might have to just chop this into little sections. The trip highlights. Then we set off in Tina G, fully loaded with loads of bits and bobs and stuff that I need in the car, very nicely origamied, not origamied, you know, Jenga'd, not even Jenga'd, what's it called, Tetris, all the stuff in the car, including Andy, everything in, and all the work I've done on Tina G, as you know, prepping for it, and you lot out there in YouTube and Patreon land also anticipating the big trip in Tina G. And what happens, we get as far as the M40 and just past, oh I can't remember, Bainbridge or something, and bang, the flex plate fractures and then finally gives up again. I could feel it. I was doing about 75, 70, and we felt this vibration, and then eventually it gave completely through. We were freewheeling on the engine. Recovery truck then, about an hour and a half to get pulled back. I'm covered on the insurance, so I don't mind waiting if it's free. And then back to base, back to Southport by about 11:30 at night, thinking that was the end of the trip and the flights back had been wasted, everything really. But then I had a brainwave, and because of the recovery truck driver was up for it, he said, I'll bring you if you swap cars. So I thought, well, is Ruby ready? Is Ruby ready? And I thought, well, tyres aren't right, but we can pinch them. As far as I know, car's tipped up. You know, anyone pokes the snout in, the car should be fine. No brake lights out or anything. It was insured. It wasn't. It was still sewn, and I tried to sewn it, and it wouldn't let me sewn it off the sewn letter. So I brought the logbook. I need to do that. So people checking up on my car saying it's sewn. I got messages. Your car's. Oh, all right. So I tried to do everything. Blooming heck, you know. I'm still got salt all over me, and it tastes really. That is really strong salt. Anyway, we made it, and we put the car on the back of the recovery truck to save fuel, because he was going back the way he came, so why not? And it gave me a chance to have a sleep. You know, there's a nice crew cab to sleep in, and then across we go through the Eurotunnel, through France. France was reasonably uneventful, basically just motorway chewing. But when we got to Spain, and when we got to San Sebastian, I just thought that place was incredible. We had a good stay in the hotel there, really nice hotel, great trip. And then when we finally hit the N4 motorway through Spain, it was fantastic. It was like Route 66. That road, I think, isn't used as much anymore. It's too good to be true that there was no traffic on that road. It seemed almost unbelievable. It was an amazing road, and there was all sorts of old abandoned places, because I think a new road has took its place and it's became like Route 66. So you've got these hotels shut down, you've got these, there was even a knocking shop called the Dollar Bar, all falling to bits with like neon signs of can women, I think they were anyway, or it might have been a dollar sign, maybe I'm fantasizing. That was good to see all that. And then the Osborne Bulls, of course I didn't know what they were at first, but they're the Osborne Bulls, and they were great to see on the way. Remember them as a kid. And then we had some nice meals out, and then the car show in Gibraltar, the trip into Gibraltar with Andy, just learning about the island, looking at the garages. Didn't find the garage that we want. As you can see, that one with the rubble piled up was the closest, the one we thought Chris was in, but no. So no garage as yet, although Francis garage is the one which caught my eye the most, but it's pricey, so we'll have to see. Those who know me will know what I mean. So we'll get back, we'll fix that. I'll do all the editing. I've left you here. I mean, it's probably on the white exposure on the camera, you can't see the lovely coast, but I'm chilling out in the back after the run, taking it easy. And then I've got a few errands to do, and I'll get packing the rest of my stuff. I've got to book a taxi to Gibraltar again. Pete C has enjoyed his time, and I've enjoyed presenting the film to you in the back of Ruby by the side of the Gibraltar Straits. And so thank you very much, Patreon, Super Chatters, PayPalers, and all the support. I hope you've enjoyed the film. This is a great way to end. The sound of the ocean, Pete C relaxing. Good night type away, let me know what you thought of the film. We'll see you soon. Signing out. Good night. Stop recording. Looks like the weather's finally on the turn, and Ruby also says goodbye. The Gibraltar Straits, the sights and the sounds of this PC road trip. It's been great fun. I thought I'd let the car also say goodbye to you. Looks quite nice, this yellow paint out in the sands and under the strong sunshine. Always looks quite nice, this yellow, and everyone likes the car. This gentleman indeed likes the car. He's got a big smile on his face, this guy, and then he says thumbs up. Te gusta? English. Oh, English. Oh, there's no point me speaking Spanish then. What a waste of time that was.
I have not seen
one of these
since my youth. Wow, Cortina GXL. Wow.
There you go.
Is it yours?
Yeah.
Wow. How long have you had it?
This one, I've got a few. I've had this one about 5 years now.
Wow. Hey now, so
Do you?
I know all about that. Yeah.
Wow,
yeah.
LA.
Yeah.
How did you end up in LA? Because you sound like you're from London.
I am from London. I used to do I used to be an MC for electronic dance music, do raves and stuff.
Did you?
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
I was into all that in the 90s.
Oh yeah, so I used to do it when it was illegal and everything.
Yeah, the M25, the orbital.
M25.
We were on that orbital, you know, with our CBs, trying to find the gigs.
There we
and
go.
We'd end up on all these weird gigs. So I think went to one in Hainault at some point.
Right,
and then it was mainstream. Then you had all the big clubs. Miss Money Pennies, was it Money Pennies?
Money Pennies, yeah.
And then there was the Fridge in Brixton.
The
that
Fridge,
was like
yeah,
on the
I performed all of those. So
the Fridge was crazy.
I retired quite some time ago, and I met a girl out in LA when I was doing a show. And then, I stayed there. I had a visa, so we've been together now 20 odd years. I've got this, my son, he's American.
How are you?
Okay. And I'm just back. They brought me out of retirement for 2 gigs.
Wow.
So I've just been in England. My sister lives out here. I did 2 gigs in Milton Keynes, and now, I've got the next one this Saturday. But
so you 1210s, or was it were you using CD mixes, or
it was a
oh no, you're MCing.
Yeah, I was MCing.
You're on the mic.
I was on the mic. Yeah,
because my favourite MC is Conrad, MC Conrad.
There we go, Conrad. Yeah. He just passed away.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh no.
MC Conrad, LTJ Bookham.
Yeah, Logical Progression.
Logical Progression.
I got a whole series.
You might have heard of me, MC.
Shit! You're joking! Of course I have! Oh my god!
Yeah!
I don't believe it! Can I put you on me? It's MC, folks! I don't believe it! He's up on the... You're on here? You're on one of these records! How about the people you meet in the Gibraltar Straits? I don't believe it! It's MC! There's a storm coming. Chris? 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 It's a nice colour, isn't it? It's a nice colour.
Oh, it's lovely. Yeah, I used to drive back in the day, back in the early 70s. I used to drive a Capri.
Videos que se ajustan a tu tiempo. Ingresa a...
Esta decisión
ya no podían articularse bajo
Supremo. Primero denegó una... pero después el derecho a las 26 semanas.
Dicen explicaciones en el pleno del Parlamento que se...
Chris? 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 I'll find somewhere to park my Cortina where it's dry to park Justin. I'll park Justin where it's dry. Then I can eat me burgers. Loads and loads of burgers in the sunshine where it's dry. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Welcome, did I say that right? Welcome to Gibraltar Airport. We are on the public viewing esplanade, gallery, walkway, gantry, viewing platform, balcony, terrace, whatever you want to call it. We're here. And we're here with a beer. A well-earned beer. We got across the border okay. You've been seeing the Rock, of course, throughout the trip. Andy and me going up to the top. The Barbary Apes, the classic car shows, the tunnels, the border security, all of this. And now we're waiting for an aircraft to land, an EasyJet flight. My flight's to Manchester. It's great here because you get the chance to see the planes pretty close up. They normally come right up to the parking bays here. There is a name for these parking bays, I don't know what it is. Someone tell me what it is. There's the stand 2, pull 2, lean 2, stand 2. There's a name. It eludes me now. But yeah, it's windy, which means we're going to get an interesting flight because there's a vortex round the rock. You can see how the cloud forms on the rock there, just in the background, and it makes for an interesting flight. I've been in on this where the plane's coming in that way, and I really enjoy that. Some of the passengers don't, but I do. So Pete C, we finished talking at the beach in the back of the car there. You've just seen that clip. Told you I'd get to Gibraltar. So sup up your beer. It's not normal for me to have a drink this time of the day, I promise. Being 10 past 10. Oh my god. Please, what's happening? It just doesn't seem right to have this at 10 in the morning. This is the road to ruin. Don't ride on the devil's knee. See you in a sec when the plane lands. Mk3 Cortina City, and we think that the aircraft is imminent. They're bringing out the stairway there. You'll hear some background noise. That's the stairway. Lift thingy coming in. You can see the reflection of Gibraltar in the back there. I left you in the back seat after the 10k run, okay? Promised you we'd get you to Gibraltar Airport, so we'll give you a little bit of a pan around. Plane's going to be coming in from the north side, the wind's coming in from the south. It is quite windy, so there could be a bit of action, especially when we take off. I'll try and film that for you, although I'm in seat D, so that means I'm in the aisle, so won't quite get the window, but you never know. Sometimes it's a quiet flight and the seats are empty. We'll have to see. I'll film the runway for you, and we'll get that plane landing. That's an EasyJet to Manchester. You can see at the controls, things are hotting up. There's activity on the ground. It's like when I walked across the runway on the trailer clip. You saw me walking across the runway, and I caught it when a plane was coming in, luckily. It's quite a lot of turbulence around the rock. I'll show you that in a minute, where you get the cloud formation around the rock. But we made it. We did that beach run. We did the talk to camera in the back of the car. You've just seen that. We met a famous person, MC. Do you know him from the 90s? He was oogling over the car, and I thought, I know you. It was MC. That was amazing. So I think I'll put that clip in. Who is MC? Look him up. I've got one of his tapes from Fantasia in the 90s. So yeah, everything's hotting up for an incoming flight. So it's getting going, folks, on at Gibraltar Airport. Join us, Pete C, Cortina City. Okay, so the wind noise is going to be unavoidable. I always know this. The wind has got up, so you're going to hear some buffeting and some wind noise here. Nothing I can do. I haven't got a cat thingy, cat's fur, whatever you call it, to put on the microphone. So just bear with me on that. We'll look for the approach lights of the EasyJet flight. Look at the ground activity hotting up here. Looks like it's going to park right over there, so we'll move across in a little while. So far I can't see anything. We'll be looking for the approach lights. We did Malaga, of course. Not going to be coming in that way. The wind is coming in from the south. Look at that turbulence over the rock, folks. And there we have where it's going to be stationed, right over there. I'll walk across. Can't see anything yet, but it is imminent, folks. Look at that cruise ship flag. Bit of a TE cruise ship flag. Fuel tanker ready to refuel. There with the jet oil. That's your kerosene mix. Don't know how many litres in there, but that certainly gets a long way in the Cortina. If we converted it to kerosene, not possible. And there it is. Right, so lamppost, just to the left of that lamppost there is our EasyJet. It's doing a bank, it's coming in. It's from that side. Stay with me then, Mk3 for this landing. Step back slightly, but with no protection from that wind noise. You actually will see quite a small object, really. This always happens. There's no zoom, so he's banking now. What I'll do, I might crop in. I've filmed in 4K, so I can crop in a little bit. So we'll crop in now the best we can. It might pixelate a little bit the shot. He's banking now. Can't see approach lights yet. He's banking. Coming in pretty quick. There's the approach lights now, just coming into your screen, just underneath the canopy. 2 approach lights, 3 approach lights, just under the canopy there. It's very bright. They're really bright for approach lights. They're unusually bright for approach lights. Then here it is, EasyJet flight from Manchester. Can just about hear the intake. He'll dip behind that building. Just dipping in behind the building, then he'll just pass slightly in front of the cruise ship. You'll get a little glimpse between the buildings. I'll try and crop in a bit there. He's got a nice posture there, losing behind there. So, and you'll hear the air brakes, not the air brakes, the reverse thrust come on. Just behind the control tower now. There we go. Let's check this bad boy pop out. There's a man waving some orange strings there. Let's check this bad boy pop out. So here we go. We're going to line ourselves up. There ain't many people around, which is quite good. Here we go. Have a butchers at this.
cinturón de seguridad esté encendida. Le sugerimos mantenerlo abrochado siempre que esté en su asiento.
It's time for La Ica de la Tirana, which is rude, sort of. YouTube copyright, pick it up. I like to film the cars. Pete's seen them. We've just found a nice little stash of classics on our travels. We're on our Spain part of the journey now. We thought let's go and see some spaghetti western action. So look at this, nice little Buick action there. Look at those 3 holes in the side. Something going on we don't know about here. White walls, but all the goods. Just a bit of fun van action. And a sort of, what do you call that, like an off-roader vehicle. And this must be the house car, the house vehicle. A nice Mustang. If that does it to you, the GT, does the GT do it for you? Or does the roller do it for you? The GT might do it for you. Does the roller do it for you? Type away in the boxes, Pete. See, we found some classics. I like that one. I don't know what it is, and there's plenty more inside, folks. Should we go in and have a look round? I just don't know. The Porsche for a bit of modern day motoring. If you're feeling fancy free, it's a Barcelona. It's a Barcelona bus. It's an AMC Barcelona. Never seen one and never heard of one in my life. Kind of like the look of that though. It's a little bit Taunus. It's a little bit Granada fastback. That's Granada fastback. Tobacco roof. Looking good.